All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
This is saying 0% battery. Whatever. 5. Alright. So you said we're good to go without taxi clearance for right now?
Yep, so I'll show you where we need it.
Till we get up to the
Till we get up to the west ramp there, yep.
Alright, brakes off.
Yep, so this one, add a little bit more right.
Right.
Yep, even a little bit more right to get us back on there. The brakes are really touchy on this thing, so try to, hold that back. That'll help you out. And we try not to cut the corner too much, but that's all right. So just bump up the power as we go through the grass. Even more, and just hold this the whole way back.
Okay.
Yep, and just try not to use the brakes.
Yeah.
Just keep your feet at the bottom part of the rudder pedals.
Okay.
Now you can pull the power back a little bit. Yeah, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yep, if you need to, just tap the brakes just a little bit to get us over there.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yep. And so we just have to taxi the right of that line there. Because we gotta, we can just, I'll get it here, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm so bad at this, man.
No, but you're good. You'll get the feel for it.
Me a little bit. All right.
And ground, good afternoon. Cessna 68727, west ramp with hotel, like the taxi, southwestbound.
Cessna 68727, like ground, runway 31, taxi via Delta and Alpha.
Runway 31 via taxiway Delta and Alpha, Cessna 68727. Cool.
Okay,
so we got our taxi clearance.
Delta Alpha.
Yep. We can reference it on here as well, but I can show you where it is.
All right, and the solid line, correct?
That's correct. Yep, we want the nose on there. Yep, good job with the power. This is about the speed we're looking for the whole time through. So use power before brakes.
Okay.
I'd pull the power out now.
Yeah, it's cruising. All right, so Delta or Alpha is to the right.
Correct, yep.
Okay. We have to do a little bit of brakes here. We'll see.
That's fine, yep.
Okay. Almost just want to go around the taxiways. 30 minutes and...
you'll get there. You'll get with it eventually as we just do this short jaunt. The key thing is when we're on the roll, just make sure you're not catching the brakes.
Okay.
Because these brakes are so catchy.
Yep.
So just make sure your heels are on the floor on the roll.
Yeah, I'm wearing these.
Good afternoon, 5331 Golf.
Nicer.
Yeah.
I was wearing my.
Skyhawk 523 Golf, lengths to ground.
Yeah, your shoes actually do make a difference, a good bit of a difference.
Cessna 31 Golf, runway 31, taxi via Delta and Alpha.
Delta and Alpha to 31.
Yeah, but you still go up this hill, you can bump up the power just a tad. Help us get there. And once we come on the other side, you'll need to pull back out a little bit.
All right, now did they give us clearance to go right to the runway this time again, or do we do the run-up?
We would have clearance to do either.
Okay.
But we haven't done the run-up yet, so we'll do the run-up. Yep, so Delta and Alpha to 3-1. We can stop here at the run-up pad if we wanted to, which we will do, or if we already did a run-up, we could just go up to the whole short line.
All right. How far out can I pull this?
What do you mean?
The power.
Oh, you can pull the whole way back.
It is a little way. All right.
Yep. So yeah, we want to use as much run-up as we can since we're the only ones here, so we'll go to the end. And then with the winds this strong, I would try to point the nose into the wind if you can.
Okay,
as this turns into a crosswind, just drop your aileron into the wind. Yep, so we'll just grab the brake to come around here. Yep, and we'll do like that. That works. That way we get more air over the engine.
Get the nose wheel straight, or no?
It's fine. Yeah, this one isn't as big of a deal as the Skycatcher.
Very good. All right, road up. Taxi to run up area done. Parking brake set. Is there a parking brake?
There is. I wouldn't worry about setting it for this. It's that over there if you wanted to. Yep. So we just hold the brake so we don't move.
That fuel valve on. Good. Primer locked.
Yep. You don't want that popping out on you.
All right, turn that. Good. Controls free and correct. Left. Elevate. Looks good to me.
Yep, and you can also check the rotor, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just because of the nose wheel. That's why I won't go the whole way right. The nose wheel's stuck in that position.
That's right. Okay, pre cracked. Engine gauge is green. Looking good.
So
Oil
I just got
temp,
those
oil
two gauges
pressure.
there, yep.
Engine 1700.
Yep, it's gonna be right up top here.
Looks good there. Vacuum green. Green. Ammeter, where is my...
Yep, it's over here.
Okay.
So it's reads right about 0. That red, red light, yeah. So if you flip the alternator, which is the left-hand side of the master off, just the left-hand side, it flags it and goes down. That's what it looks like if your alternator fails. So if you flip it back up, that's normal.
Okay.
So that's good.
Good. Going, alright. We're not going to get blown by him, are we?
Oh no. If it was a jet, might be concerned, but not by him.
Magneto check, let's go through that. Good. And good. Max, yeah. Carb heat check. Are we using carb heat today?
We will coming into land.
Okay.
That's about it.
Engine
But so a carb heat check would be pull it out.
Okay.
And
See it
RPM drops. Yep. So that means our carburetor heat's working. It's shoving hot air into our engine. Yep. So you can flip it back in.
All right, and 2,000 RPM. All right, so now we're looking for attitude and heading gyro set.
Yeah, so the attitude there, do you see that? Yeah. Does it look a little high to you?
Yeah, it's a little
So
high.
if you pull that out and spin it one way or the other, I don't even know. Yep, you can level it so it's level for yourself.
Lancaster ground.
So, yep, the heading.
Heading is...
So it's vice versa what you think. 330 and 340, 340. So you see how that's way off? Push it in, yep, and spin it. Yeah, you got it.
We can pick up our clearance back to Uniform Kilo Tango.
Warrior 6-1 Whiskey, you're cleared to the Uniform Kilo Tango via the, as filed. You cleared to Uniform Kilo Tango as filed. Climb maintain 3,000. Expect 5,000 in 10 minutes. Harrisburg departure frequency 124.1. Squawk 4273.
Good. Carb gold. Yep, we did that.
Okay, we're cleared to Uniform Kilo Tango as filed. 3,000, expect 5,000, 10 minutes.
We have
4.1 and 4.273.
That's good.
Warrior 6-1 Whiskey, read that correct.
We didn't get clearance yet, so we'll wait for that.
We're ready to taxi for departure.
Warrior 6-1 Whiskey, Roger, you have information hotel?
Good.
Yes, we have hotel.
Power frequency, we are on.
We're on ground.
Not quite. Yeah, you can go ahead and flip it.
Midfield.
Yep. Obtain clearance, that's all you.
Yep. So I usually wait till we get up to the line there. So
Okay.
you can taxi up to the line. They'll kind of get pissed off if you call them here.
Okay.
So I'm ready whenever you are. It's going to be fairly gusty with the wind, so we'll look for 55 knots, and it should be pretty much down the runway, so it shouldn't be much more than that.
Very good.
Yep.
This back, and let's get going. Wow, they are super touchy, aren't
Yeah. Use as little as you can.
Yeah.
With that wind, that's really helping them take off. That's why it looks so vertical. So the wind's helping us.
Centurion 3 Delta Mike, runway 31, clear for the option. Clear for the option, runway 31, 3 Delta Mike.
So we have traffic coming in, correct?
Yep, and we'll see if we can outperform. Good afternoon, Tower. Cessna 68727, hooking short 31, ready for departure.
And Centurion 3 Delta Mike, extend downwind for a little bit for departure. I'll extend the downwind, 3 Delta Mike. And Centurion 3 Delta Mike, disregard, runway 31, still clear to land. Clear for the option. Clear for the option, 43 Delta Mike. Cessna 68727, runway 31, clear for takeoff, turn left on course.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31, left turn on course, Cessna 68727. Yep, so approach looks clear, no one on final. Departure also looks clear. If you flip that landing light on, it's a habit I'm into, LND, yep.
Okay.
And tower at 600, Whiskey Mike on the visual to 26.
Alright, we still good, approach?
Yeah, we still look clear.
Good.
Don't follow the yellow line.
Don't follow?
Yep, that's just for getting off, that's not for getting on. We want as much runway as possible when we take off.
Field downwind for runway 26.
All right, and we're looking
Okay, we'll
at
report
55
the
knots,
downwind
correct?
for 26.
Correct.
That's 600.
So drop your heels to the floor.
Yep, heels on the floor.
Cool, go ahead. It's gonna feel like we're not going anywhere.
Wow.
Yep, just keep your right hand there on the power just in case you'd have to go pull it back. Engine gauges all look good. Good job on the
40.
rudder. A little bit more, yeah, there you go.
50 knots. It looks like.
Yeah, see if it wants to fly.
Airspeed's alive. And let's take off.
Yep,
Right.
and push that nose forward a little bit. Yeah.
Very good.
We'll look for about 70. That's 60 there. Let's look for
60.
closer to 70
Okay.
or 65 or 70.
65, 70?
Yep.
Right.
And Beach Jet 0 Whiskey Mike, just keep your altitude high
And
until you
did he-
cross
wow,
over
that
the
was
departure
crazy.
threshold
Okay.
for runway 31 for departing aircraft.
He cleared us to turn left on course.
Now can we go down to
Okay.
2?
Whew. Doing a good job. That's how it's going to be today. Just a little bumpy.
Still a little bumpy.
Yep, you feel that little play there with it.
Your
It's
discretion.
not as touchy.
I see that. It's kind of nice.
Yep, a little bit more right rudder for that left turning tendency. Yeah, there you go. It might be a little much.
Let's keep it.
Yeah, let's keep it right there. And then add that left aileron to stay.
Lancaster Tower, paper 2961 Whiskey, ready for departure.
Wow, holy. Yeah, this plane's definitely a little different.
Yep, it's a good bit different. So we're at 900 feet. That's 500 feet above the ground. We can go ahead and turn left towards the south.
Very good.
And Warrior 2961 Whiskey,
Make a little
Lancaster Tower,
bend.
hold short for having traffic.
Just jump a little bit.
Yep, you can
Speed.
pull your right hand down from there if you wanted. You don't have to pull
Okay.
power back, just so you can help it out here, just to get a feel for the controls if you need it.
All right, we looking for a certain heading here, or?
Yeah, sure. Let's do 210.
210 heading.
Yep, right here. Yep, a little bit to the right. Got to go wings level. Yep, there you go. Just a little bit more right rudder. Just rest that right foot, right like that. Yep, that's happy there.
There we go. Oh, okay, I gotta.
Yep, you'll get the feel for it. And whatever, you can keep your hand down there if it feels better. Whatever you need.
I heard it's a good habit to get into. So.
It is, yeah. It's especially for takeoff.
Right. All right, so we drifted a little to the right. I'm gonna correct for that.
Yep.
Warrior 2961 Whiskey, Lancaster Tower, runway 31, clear for takeoff, live runway heading.
Okay.
Clear for takeoff, runway heading, 61 Whiskey.
Right rudder.
And 483 Delta Mike, we'll be VFR back to the west to Capital City. Centurion 483 Delta Mike, roger, you can proceed on course. Proceed on course, 483 Delta Mike, thanks very much.
All right, the little speed was still going up. Altimeter, we are at 1,800.
Okay, we're in the turn
Yep,
for
let's climb up to 3,000.
3,000.
Yep. Let's try to climb out 65. That's pretty good there. Yep.
Right there.
So try to maintain 65.
600 Whiskey Mike.
Man, it's incredible every time you go up here.
It is. Never gets old, man.
A little jealous of you.
500 hours later, still not old.
That's good.
Especially not as bumpy as I thought it might be up here.
Yeah, it's not bad once you get past 1,500.
Yeah, the initial. That's how it usually is. Once you get, the higher you go, the smoother it gets.
Yeah.
So you get up to like 10,000. It's usually smooth as glass.
Did you ever think about building your own plane? I think I asked you this last time.
If I was smart enough to, I had to be pretty stupid to fly something I build. I think.
Really? You
yeah,
think?
I don't know. Like, I would love to do it. It's really time consuming.
Yeah, that's
And
what
I don't know if I have the maintenance, I don't know if I have the skill in order to build it. So.
I think I'm gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, kind of
like
soon.
a kit plane.
Yeah,
That'd be sweet.
Dude, they're not expensive.
Yeah, no,
Brand
they're
new
not.
RV14, like the high performance one.
They're not bad.
Like $30,000.
Yeah.
Brand new for the kit. I mean, that's not.
You have to buy the engine on top of that, right?
Yeah. But ends up being like 80,000, 90,000.
Yeah, it's really not bad though.
Not for a plane. Holy.
It's not bad at all.
All right, we are coming up on 3,000.
Yep, good job on the airspeed.
It flies itself almost.
Yeah, and you can trim if you need to, even in the climb, but I went to it too quickly for leveling off soon. Pull a little bit of heat if that's all right with you.
Yep. Very good. All right, we're going to level off here. Drop it down.
Yep, pitch power trim.
Vertical airspeed pitch. Let the pull power out. is cruising? RPM?
Yeah, 23 usually, but for this, let's do 21.
Okay. Is that about 21 there? I think
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yep. Just
All
watch
right,
your
we are
altitude
cruising
there.
at-
Ambition
right.
600 Whiskey Mike,
Climbed a
left
little
on
bit.
golf,
That's right.
ground point 8. Left golf,
Going
ground
down.
point 8,
All right.
600 Whiskey Mike.
Yep. So just try to get your eyes outside,
Yep,
get that
there's
visual reference.
There's that visual reference that I like so much. I'm going to correct. I'm going to descend a little bit.
Cool.
Very nose down. Wow, weird. Keep drifting to the right a little bit. My heading's 240 now. All of a sudden, wow.
Yeah, part of that is the wind. The airplane has a tendency to want to turn into the wind.
I guess that's true.
Part of it also is this airplane just likes to turn right. It's heavy on the right.
All right, we're at still. Yeah, you have to buy engine, avionics, all that on top. So
How's that?
they for the kit plane.
Yeah.
30,000 is just like the body.
Gotcha.
wings,
Yeah.
stuff.
Everything else on
Still
top.
need avionics and everything. But
Yep.
what days are the mechanics in?
During the week.
During the week?
Yep, 5 days.
I might stop in and say hi. And see.
Yeah. They would. Yeah, they love it when you do it. And it's very open. It's very chill atmosphere. So.
I just would like to see what all they've gone through. I mean.
Yep, they usually have a couple airplanes apart
Right.
or engines either off or.
Yep. Or
working
even
on something.
schooling and stuff. I know. I was doing a little bit of research into it last night because that's what I mean. I'm a fleet mechanic right now for a construction company.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. Yeah, part of that might translate over.
Oh, yeah, it will. I was looking into it. So.
Cool. So pitch, power, trim, and now we can do our checklist, a cruise check.
Cruise check. Going over to New York, huh?
Hey, we're heading that way.
Cruise. Throttle and trim for cruise. That's about good. I think. Wow. Okay. Let me.
So if you could just head towards those, I think 210 is about those windmills over there. You can just pick an outside reference and start heading towards them.
Yeah, we'll do that again. This one doesn't have the fancy computer that tells you where you're actually heading.
Nope.
Darn.
No advanced computer.
Alright, they said wind was 330, correct? From 330?
290, I think.
290. 330 was earlier this week. That's right. So, push just a little bit. I'm going to shoot for probably 23.
Yep. A little bit of a crab angle, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. 230.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about right. If you look down, you can see that we're moving to the left, even though we're heading this way.
Right.
Moving to the left.
Exactly, with the wind.
Yep.
Alright, so set heading indicator. Do we have one of those?
So this is our heading indicator.
Okay.
So it wanders. So if we just look up at our
see.
compass, I'd say it's pretty
240.
close now.
Yeah.
That's 230, and that's saying about 230.
Okay. Well, is that 230 or is that 250?
It's opposite what you think. So I'm sorry, that is 250.
Yeah, okay.
No,
So this needs to be adjusted a little bit.
Yeah, I'd go over to 240 now. The other way.
Fly first.
You
got traffic.
Airplane. Yeah, we'll go to the right. That's one of our planes, I think. So the standard for aviation is turn right.
Turn right.
For traffic, if you're approaching head on.
Very good.
Yep, but they're probably up at 3,000. So. Yeah, we'll just keep this heading here.
Okay.
That way they don't turn back around, but they're going opposite direction, so they should be good. I'll get us on with Harrisburg too. So you can keep going with the checklist there.
Yep, I think it was, engine instruments. We are looking, oil pressure's a little high, that's gauges.
Yeah.
Vacuum looks good.
Final.
What other engine instruments? Just the TAC, right?
They've just
TAC
pretty much
vacuum.
those two, yep.
Yes, 911 Alpha Tango, 3 miles from Wappet.
Good.
Maintain VFR. Practice approach is
And
approved.
en route
There's a
frequency, which
service
I'm working
is provided
on.
on final.
Yep, is this anything about lean mixture?
Yes.
Have you done that yet?
I did not.
Okay. Don't pull it out. Just spin it to the left. Okay. And let's just do a quick lean. So let's do back like yeah, you can spin it more to the left.
Lancaster Airport, 3,100. Proceed straight to runway 30.
And we're looking for it to start running a little rough. And then
yep, on the RPMs. Right? Yep.
Come on, babe. There it goes. Drops a little bit.
Yeah, I think you can go a little bit more to the left.
Yeah.
I'd slow down. Even a little bit more.
Wow, that really doesn't change it much, does it?
Nope, it should drop soon. It should be increasing, then it'll drop.
Right, okay.
There it drops.
There
you can hear it a little bit and you see it. So let's go to the right from there. And that'd be the best. That'd be the best fuel burn. If you want best performance, go 2 more right.
Okay.
So either way, I'd go a little bit more right. Yeah, that works for me.
Let's do something like that.
All right, let's try to get back up to 3,000 feet. Now we got our checklist done.
Okay.
It's easy to wander once you get distracted with stuff like that.
And contact Capital City Tower 119.5.
3,000.
Yep, it'll help with power. Usually we add power when we climb. Especially with this plane.
You're going to have to keep telling me this stuff. So I get it. Power for altitude.
Yep. Well, usually reverse. That's the area of reverse.
Right.
Right now, it'd be pitch for altitude, power for airspeed. Where are they at? Maybe they're on 2645.
So what is this this cruise frequency?
So yeah, all I'm doing is
approach into York. What's the?
I'm talking to Harrisburg, so they'll give us tell us where the airplanes are in relation to us, so we don't have like that happen again.
Yeah, that was a little close, huh?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, we saw each other, but it's better to see that beforehand.
Yeah.
And Harrisburg, good afternoon, Cessna 68727.
Right, 66727 Harrisburg approach.
Yeah, Cessna 68727. We're probably about 12 southwest of Lancaster at 3,000 feet. Like flight following, we're going to be maneuvering at or below 3,500.
68727, squawk 0336, ident, say type aircraft.
0336, ident, and we're a Cessna 152.
Roger.
Harrisburg 193 for golf.
Go ahead.
I'd like to cancel for flight plan. We're headed back into Lancaster.
193 for golf, Roger.
That's what we saw earlier. It was 34 golf. Same plane we were flying earlier.
Have a good day, 34 golf.
Cool. Yep, just try to maintain 3,000 feet. Let's do a left-hand 180 turn.
Left-hand 180
727, radar contact, 12 miles southwest of Lancaster Airport, 3,100.
Yeah, position check, 77.
180. Going.
Yep, so we're looking for about a standard turn.
Yep.
Once you get that standard turn, get your eyes outside.
There's standard.
Straight ahead will help you. You already cleared the turn for traffic.
Yep.
That's looking nice.
Coordinated. Come on.
It's that left arm workout for the day.
Yeah. Alright, that is actually about 180 right there.
Foxtrot Delta, Roger.
Altitude. Wow, this is... The analog instruments are a little bit more distracting, to be honest. You have to look at different spots.
Yep. You'll figure out where you're looking for.
26 Yankee, Roger, maintain BFR.
26 Yankee.
Alright. That's about that. Yeah, he wants to climb today.
Unusual. So right now, do we have a tailwind or a headwind?
We would have a tailwind.
Yep, so is our ground speed faster or slower?
Ground speed is faster.
That's correct, yep. So even though we're indicating about 95, we're probably doing, well, I guess that's 90. Yeah, we're probably doing 110 at least.
20 knot winds.
Yeah,
right?
110, yeah. Sounds about right. We got no way to verify that. But.
Yeah.
This is our GPS in here, but it doesn't show us that much information. Cool. So if you feel like you have a pretty good handle of the airplane, whenever you're ready, we can start working on slow flight.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Okay. So we usually do a 360 clearing turn first.
Do you want to go right or left?
Up to you.
We'll go right just so I get a feel for it real quick. All right, we are heading east. Very good. And starting, it's clear. Good. All right, come on, lever off. Wow, this is
Feisty.
It is a little sluggish.
As Sean describes it.
Yeah, feisty.
Feisty.
Where's he from?
UK.
Okay.
Yeah, he's funny on the radio sometimes. Yeah, it's fine with me if you want to. Your RPMs came back a little bit as you slowed down. Yep, good job with the rudder. If anything, that's pretty good.
A little less. I'm not at 30 degrees though. All right, we are coming up on east 90 degrees yet. Come on. And we'll level off here. That was a little late. Rudder.
Number 68727, VFR traffic is 2 miles to your east, headed westbound out to Cape 3700.
727, got him in sight. See straight ahead.
3,700?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him and see if he's descending
he said
or
he's
climbing.
heading west and we're
heading east. Yep, so which direction should we go if we were going to on a collision course? Yep, correct. So I would go a little bit to the right just in case he is descending. So how do you know if you're going to hit him?
If they're not moving.
If they're not moving, yep, and they look like they're not moving. They're above us, but I'll still go right more. Just in case he's descending through it.
20 Foxtrot Kilo, Harrisburg approach. Harrisburg altimeter 3008.
You see now he's moving more on us?
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. Yep, looks like he's descending too, so good call.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's getting closer to us. So.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him. It should be fine. I thought the wind's going to scare everyone away. Why are they flying?
Oh, he's doing slow flight too. Look at that.
You know what? That's probably Sean. That's probably Sean. Looks like he's chasing us down.
Good?
Yep, we can do a left-hand turn. Let's do a left 90. Get away from him a little bit.
Harrisburg 26 Yankee, we're going to do a approach to York, and then I'll be back with you back to VFR to Lancaster.
26 Yankee, Roger, you just going to the airport for a touch and go?
Yes, sir.
26 Yankee, Roger. Radar source is terminated, freak change proved, and just be advised
Let's do this heading right here.
Another aircraft. VFR is about 10 miles north of the airport going in.
Yep, he's heading northbound.
So radar source terminated, and she's advised frequency approved.
Very good.
Okay, can we stay on this code?
Yeah, I'd stay on this code.
He has traffic as well, avoidance. So that's why I'm not as concerned, because I know he should at least know where we're at.
Please change to advise you approved report to miss this frequency and just
It is kind of fun seeing airplanes and being like, oh yeah, that's Sean and the other one's Abby. So yeah, whenever you're ready, we can get set up for slow flight. You can get up to 3,000 feet again if you want.
3,000 feet, climb a little bit. You want to do another clearing turn or?
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
With what we did earlier. Slow flight's not too big of a deal anyway.
Okay. Alright, we're at 3,000.
Now, one thing I didn't cover in slow flight is we usually like to add the mixed strain if we lean it out that far, just because we're changing the RPMs a lot.
Right.
So we just want to be giving a little bit more fuel because of that.
So you want to put mixed strain right now?
Yeah, I would add a little bit.
A little bit or all the way?
I'd probably keep a quarter, about an inch out, I should say. Yep.
Okay.
So a little bit more than that, maybe. Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
Yep, and whenever you're ready.
All right, so do we start reverse command right now or reverse?
So our airspeed is still pretty high. We're not quite in the area of reverse command.
Okay.
First thing we gotta do is...
So we pitch first then?
We gotta slow it down first.
Okay.
So in order to do that, right now power's controlling our airspeed because we're not in the area of reverse command.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright,
So power back first. We usually do. Yep. Usually do 1500 for
slow flight.
like coming into land and slow flight. Yep.
25 Foxtrot Delta Harrisburg. Come on.
Yep. And so you're realizing as you do that, you have to pitch back to maintain altitude.
That's correct. Alright, so we're looking for about 45, correct? 45 to 50?
Yeah, we are. Yep. And what else can we do? What will help us go slower?
Flaps.
Yep. And how do we know we can put our flaps in?
85, the marker right there.
The white arc. Yep. We're plenty good.
10 degrees.
Yep. And then we're trying to maintain 3,000. So now we're entering that area of reverse command. So if you want more altitude, yep.
Alright.
Even more aggressive with it. And you can pitch as well. We said we're looking for about what airspeed?
45.
Yep, 45 to 55. 50. So pitch, that'll help you climb as well, but realize that the power is the main source.
Okay.
And we have 1 notch of flaps in.
That's correct. Do you want to go?
We can do full flaps. Yep, we'll do the maneuver full. So it's not you could dump them all in if you wanted. It's not a bad idea necessarily. We don't normally do it that way, but that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So if you add that right rudder, that'll help you with the heading.
That's right. Okay. Man, there is a lot to think about, isn't there? Airspeed's getting a little low.
Yep, and you can add those extra flaps now too.
Okay.
You can just dump them all in, that's fine with me.
20 Foxtrot Kilo, Roger, radar says terminate, squawk VFR, big change group.
That'll help you get that altitude.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ballooned up.
Alright, so we're about at 3,000, and we're at 50 knots.
Yep, not quite coordinated and a little off our heading.
Yeah.
That coordination is the main reason we wandered.
Okay. Guess that's true.
That's a good airspeed though, it's good altitude. So let's just try to get back to east.
East.
That's where we started.
15 degrees at most.
Yep. And a lot of right rudder.
A lot of right rudder, yeah, you're right, look at that.
That'll help pull that nose around.
So now I'm looking for pitch for airspeed, correct?
Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Both look like they're dead on.
Yeah. Going a little bit.
Yep, it helps you a lot to get an outside reference for your heading.
Yeah,
if you can, it's hard to see over the nose sometimes.
Yeah, I can't really
That's why
see it,
smokestacks work well for this, but we don't really have anything this way, so that's fine. Yeah, it's looking real nice. You feel how sluggish those controls feel?
Wow, what? Yeah, it's insane.
Yep, that's just because we're going so slow.
Wow.
Not a whole lot of air going over them.
Okay, all right. Back a little bit. That freaks me out, that horn, man. All right,
just a little gust of wind pushing
altitude
us.
A little bit, so.
Power first, good job. It won't take a whole lot, is my guess. Or maybe a little bit more. Yep, that airspeed's looking perfect.
That's my biggest concern right now. I'm going to try to do altitude as well, but...
Yep, airspeed's dead on. Altitude's within margins. You have 100 feet on either side. But if you see up there it's starting to go, so be more proactive with that power, yep. And you feel as you pull that power out, you got to lower the nose a little bit. But power first, then the nose. That's what's getting your altitude. Yep. Yeah, try that, see if that brings us back where we need to be.
Wow, this is freaking me out a little.
Hey, you're handling it really well, so. Yep, once you see your altitude back, make sure you get that power back to something that'll keep you level.
Thank you, Roger. Reset transponder, squawk 7174 and ident.
Alright, this isn't terrible though.
Yep. And a little bit more coordination, that'll help us with our heading.
Yep, there we go.
Just rest that right foot there.
Yep.
I do it without even thinking about it now. Just rest my right foot there. You'll become naturally, yep. And if then, that's going to want to, yeah, you go. You're good. And now we've lost a little bit of altitude.
Yeah, I see that.
We just didn't quite get that power back to where it needed to be once we... Get more proactive with the power. As soon as you see we're losing altitude, you have to get back to where you need to be.
Just do that first.
Do it right away, yep.
911 Alpha Tango, radar contact.
You can still go full power and you still be in slow flight. I wouldn't do it here, you don't need it, but...
2600 and maintain VFR, proceed on course to Gaithersburg.
Even more power, we're still pretty much staying level.
Oh man, once we get into the stall recovery and stuff, that's going to be so weird.
It's not as bad as you think it is. It's quite fun.
It's about as close as to aerobatics as you can get. Acrobatics.
Yep, there's your altitude again, so work that power out so we don't go the other way. And let's try back a little bit more. I think you were closer to 2100 when it was working well for you.
690 Echo, Harrisburg approach, Harrisburg, length to altimeter 3007.
Yep, see what that does for you.
Yeah, it looks to be maintaining, if not descending a little bit.
2999 Juliet, Harrisburg approach, Harrisburg altimeter 3008.
So the stall warning sounds, I mean, that's only 5 knots above what the stall speed is on this right now?
No, so our stall speed, that's the posted stall speed. It'd be lower. We probably wouldn't stall till at least 30 knots, probably is my guess. 40, even though it's 35 listed, it probably wouldn't be till 30.
Okay.
That usually gives you a pretty good buffer in between. So go ahead and recover. Maintain altitude and recover.
Power first?
Power first.
And maintain altitude. Wow, that is certainly a lot to think about.
Yeah, you can expect a shortcut. Stand by on that.
Yep, and you got some more stuff to clean up yet?
Thank you.
Yep, you missed 20, but that's all right. That's 10
man, dude, I'll tell you what, that's...
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, it just gets me.
Yep, and you can set up for cruise flight again.
Oh, wow, okay.
971 uniform hotel contact. 971 uniform hotel contact, Johnson approach 121.2.
So how much harder is it to do IFR flying?
It's a different set of skills.
Right.
125.52.
Once you have the basic set of skills, it's not that much difficult. I really enjoy it.
So when you're IFR, but it's clear out, like say you get an IFR flight clearance.
Yeah.
Will you fly visually just like normal? Or
you will, but
you always.
You will, but you have to be at a certain point at every time. There's never a question of what altitude or what heading you're on. You're always on a specified heading and altitude.
Okay.
That's the difference. So I could be flying IFR right now, but it'd be 3,000 feet.
You'd have to be
flying exactly this point. There's never a question of where you're supposed to be. VFR, you can kind of be wherever you want as long as you're not in airspace. But for IFR, there's never a question. So let's do a left turn to the west. Okay.
And we're going west.
Now we're heading, are we heading into the wind or away from the wind?
Right now we will be going into the wind.
Yep.
So airspeed is going to be lower than indicated, or ground speed is going to be lower than indicated.
Correct. so let's set up for slow flight again here on this heading. So, I don't know, let's see if we can pick a good outside reference that we can keep our eyes on. If do you see the windmills up there, 12 o'clock, straight ahead? There's two right before the river. If not, that's fine. Just pick a reference straight ahead that hopefully we can see over the nose. That'll help us a little bit with our heading.
Oh, I see windmills. Okay. Yeah. All right, and we'll go for that. So to enter slow flight, it's kind of just both. You have to do both at the same time.
Yep, power is going to be first, but if you don't touch the pitch, then you descend. That's why you pitch up.
3007.
Yep, and I've worked those flaps in soon. You're well within the 85 knots. Yep, and keep adding the rest of the flaps.
Okay, your speed, slow down a little bit here. I have to add more power.
Yep, I do that soon. There's your airspeed that you want.
Yep, there we go.
And you got one more notch of flaps to go.
Hey, no. Don't do that.
And Harrisburg 212, Yankee 01 off York, out of 1.7.
Okay, altitude is going to be on.
November 2126 Yankee, Harrisburg approach, ident.
Heading back to Lancaster with the ATIS.
November 26 Yankee, radar contact, 1.5 miles northeast of York Airport.
Thank you.
Just a slight more right rudder.
I'll get two things down.
And November 26
rudder's the thing that usually suffers. Coordination usually suffers.
That's correct, climb to 2.5.
Yep, good job, pitch.
Roger. And what are your intentions now?
We'll stop at Lancaster.
Roger.
Yeah, that's definitely one more power to climb. That's weird because we're going into the wind. I guess slow flight's kind of...
Yeah, well, the wind actually doesn't affect that much.
No?
No, because the wind is...
25 Pop Delta
it's constant.
New routing for you when ready.
I don't know the best way to describe it, but the wind doesn't really affect how we fly that much. It just more affects where we are on the ground more than anything else. So right now, because we have a headwind, we're only doing 30 knots on the ground.
Romeo, direct.
32 knots, so like we're doing like 35 miles an hour. So you could probably like bike down a hill faster than we're flying right now. Alright, so let's try to maintain 3,000 here. And we wandered from our heading just a tad, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's better. I see, yeah, the windmill's still there.
Yep.
Alright, rudder.
Time is star 7 Zulu Whiskey. I have new routing for you as well to Manassas when you're ready. Number 7 Zulu Whiskey is clear to Manassas Airport via direct Lancaster. Showing Victor 143.
Trying to fly into the wind, like you're
Hyper
saying.
intersection.
Yep, it wants to weather vane into the wind.
Romeo.
Yep.
Direct Frederick.
Fine, because we'll
Foxtrot
be
Delta Kilo.
crawling
Direct
over that
Armel.
way.
Yeah.
Alpha Mike
For
Lima.
this, it's more of a heading though. It's not really a ground track necessarily. Okay. So if you just keep heading it like a westbound or something like that. But yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and do a left turn to the south in slow flight.
Looks clear to me.
Zulu Whiskey after Hyper, it's Frederick. That's Foxtrot Delta Kilo. Direct Armel. Direct Manassas. 7 Zulu Whiskey, read back correct.
Yep, I won't add any left rudder in this turn.
Okay, yeah, wow.
Because you already have left turning tendency, but then you have adverse yaw wants to pull you to the right, so it almost evens itself out.
I expected to be going to the left. I preemptively did the left rudder, but...
Skyline 5273,
yeah, watch your altitude.
Altimeter 3008, say request.
Power first for altitude.
Power first. Drop it pretty low here, and I'm picked up speed.
Yep.
It's just pretty sure I want to have way more speed to turn because I know we're losing lift. So
yep, if you just do less bank, that's what will help you out.
Okay.
Don't really need more speed, just need less bank.
Oh man, like all tense.
You're handling it really well. Handling the plane well. well. New plane, different feel. You're doing well with it, so.
Skyline 73 Tango, squawk 4235.
Yep, as that altitude comes back. Good job. Rest that right foot on the rudder now.
Is this something they'll check for on the check ride?
It is part of the check ride, yep. Yep, and you've been pretty much within standards this entire time, so it's not too bad, except for maybe the first one.
Yeah.
So your standards are usually 100 feet. I think there's 10 degrees on the heading, so that might be your big thing.
Yeah, that is.
And then 10 knots
73 Tango, radar contact 6 miles southeast of York Airport at 3,500.
Cool. Let's go ahead and recover.
Okay, we're recovering. We'll go power first pitch first for speed.
Power first.
Power first? Okay.
Yeah, so
Kinda
power and then pitch, yeah, because if you just pitched, you'd lose altitude.
Right. And we'll get the flaps here in a second.
Yep, so now you got to pitch to maintain altitude as you exit the area of reverse command.
Very good. It's definitely a little different than go up to 20. It is kind of weird, the reverse command area.
Yep. Just watch your altitude there. You still want to maintain 3,000 feet. Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
because of that power. As you get out of it, it wants to climb. Yep.
Drop that a little bit.
And you got plenty of airspeed. You can drop the flaps, or raise the flaps, I should say. All right, let's do a right turn back towards Lancaster.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna correct altitude real quick.
That works for me. I'll cancel with Harrisburg.
0622 Alpha Bravo, Harrisburg approach, altimeter 3007. Expect vectors, visual approach runway 31.
Good, I'm gonna clear. Good. Good.
So,
Bravo, Roger, I'll have lower
that's showing to Lancaster. You should need a heading of about 350, or
350.
Might be a little bit to the left because that doesn't show wind correction.
Rumor 26 Yankee, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, 5 miles westbound.
Really doesn't want to
3,000.
turn to the right. Tilt to the right.
Yankee, we're looking.
And Harrisburg approach, Cessna 68727, like to cancel flight following.
Cessna 68727, radar services terminated, squawk VFR for exchange approved.
Squawk and VFR, thanks for the help, CO77.
Rumor 46990 Echo, state type aircraft.
That's really cool.
26 Yankee, the previous call traffic is a Skyline.
Yep, so let's try, I gotta get my bearings.
Skyline 90
Yeah,
Echo,
so I think our heading
4 miles
might be a little bit off there.
Altitude 2,500.
But we'll try this heading. This looks pretty good here. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
That's showing about 350.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's not too bad though. All right, so we can go ahead and get the, swap this.
weather.
Yep, the weather.
Yeah. The weather is
2567.
67.
Yep, 2567.
Did you change it just to?
I did. Well, I was talking to Harrisburg, so that,
okay.
that was Harrisburg in there. Wasn't doing it to screw with you.
Right.
Yep. So if you hit that flop, it should get you over.
Sky conditions, ceiling 3,000.
I wouldn't worry about writing it down now when you're flying.
Temperature 8, dew point 2, altimeter 3006. Visual approach is runway 26 and 31
so
in use.
A little, just it was 05 before, now it's 06.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, you could change it. I'm not concerned about it. It'd be like 20 feet at the most.
Information India, time 1753 Zulu. Wind 300 at 15, gust 23. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, ceiling 3,700 overcast. Temperature 8, dew point 2, altimeter 3006. Visual approaches runway 26 and 31 are in use. Advise at initial contact you have India.
India.
Yep, cool.
Lancaster.
The winds were 30015, gusting 22, so they came down a little bit, pretty much down the runway. So you're doing really good with this. You see how that line is centering up in the center there? That means you're on that course there. So if you just keep this heading, we should keep heading towards the airport. 120.9er, I'll go ahead and make the initial radio call. All I'm saying is who I am, where I am, what I want to do. Cessna 68727. I don't have the GPS programmed in, but I know I'm about, say, 9 to the south, inbound with India, requesting full stop. And then he'll come back with what he wants me to do.
Gotcha.
And tower Cessna 68727, about 10 miles to the southeast, inbound with India, requesting full stop.
So 68727 Lakes Tower, afternoon, make straight in runway 31, report 3 miles.
Straight in 31, report 3 miles, 727. All right, you see how that's moving a little bit to the left? That means you need to go left to intercept that course, which makes sense. The wind is probably pushing us towards the right there a little bit.
You're right.
The 3-4 Golf, just continue on the upwind bed, I'll call you crosswind.
Okay, we'll continue up in your car crosswind for 1934 Golf.
Yep, try that heading right there and see where it trends now.
Hopefully it's trending back to the right.
Yep, or if it trends at the same spot, that means we're on about the right heading.
Okay.
I think we may have overcorrected just a tad.
Right.
Yep. This is super old technology as a VOR right there.
Okay.
Like World War II era stuff.
Aren't they discontinuing all the VOR
They
stuff?
are slowly, yeah, which is a shame. So this is the frequency right here, 117.3. That's Lancaster. So if I just flipped it to the 2, so that lined up 2. That means if we fly this heading, should be heading towards the airport.
Gotcha. Huh. Yeah, I saw that on the app that I was using. There's a bunch of VORs around, but...
Yep, they're slowly, they're going out of service and they're not spending the money to fix them, so. Cool.
There's no point now, you got so much other technology.
Yeah, I mean the GPS, this has a GPS as well, so I could program it in here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So if I put in nearest, it's very basic. It shows Lancaster in there.
702,
Right, direct to, enter.
A Cessna.
Saying we're 10 miles if we fly heading about 346, which is about right.
Okay, 26 Yankee, we're looking for traffic.
31 Golf, 3 mile left, page 31.
Says 31 Golf, runway 31 clear to land, winds 310 at 15, gust 22.
So lap 31, 31 Golf.
Got anything else going today? Flying?
Yeah, I have a flight right after this actually, and then one later, so.
That's nice.
They filled in, yeah.
26 has downwind traffic.
Yeah, we descended about 500 feet, which is fine. It's fine. You can just chill here, but try to maintain that heading. I think maybe just trim a little bit if you need to. Or the altitude, I should say. Just try to maintain altitude. I know it gets distracting once you have something else to look at.
Right.
Tower stack 193 Golf from midfield left down, runway 31 for the option.
Says 3-4 Golf, number 2, following a Cessna 2 miles ahead on the base leg at 2,100.
This is Sight and Sound right down in here, so Strasburg's down this way.
Sorry, what did you say?
This is Sight and Sound right down in here, just headed for where we're at, yep.
Cool.
So Smoketown Airport's right over here. We like to cross Smoketown no less than 2,500 feet above it, just in case there's someone in the pattern. It's probably pretty windy for them to be flying down there today, but it's possible, yep. So I'm fine with 2,500, I just want to descend below that. Still going a little bit to the left on you, but I like this heading. I see the airport out there. Do you see it already? The white tower straight on the nose, or the white dot straight on the nose. Yep, that's the airport there. So, but keep this heading. It's supposed to make us straight in for runway 31, which is the same runway we took off. It's the first runway we're going to see once we come up on it. I think I got like poison ivy on my arm. I'm not sure how. Yeah, it's kind of nasty, but.
How was your weekend, whatever, like 3 weeks ago, your bachelor party?
Oh, the bachelor party? Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, well, my friend, he just got married yesterday.
Yeah, so that's the same
It was for him, yeah. So, yeah, it went pretty well. It's pretty chill. We just went out to my cabin.
That's cool.
We went go-karting and went up to my cabin.
That's awesome.
Yep. So let's go a little bit more to the right.
Yeah,
we'll be heading towards the airport now, but we want to get it set up for the straight in for 3-1. You remember what the field elevation is?
403.
403. Do you remember what traffic pattern elevation was? Or altitude?
15, I think?
1,500 or 1,400. It's 1,000 above the ground.
Okay.
So once we get over Smoketown here, we usually like to descend down to whatever you think we should do. It's up to you, kind of. There's no really set manner for doing it. But
freaks you out every time.
Yeah, 7026 Yankee, still have the Cessna in sight ahead?
We do, off our left.
Was he talking about us?
Number 3,
He's not talking.
31 clear to land.
No, he's not. There's someone on final there.
Gust 24. 31 clear to land.
Yep, so you're starting to make out the runway over there.
Yeah, I thought I had it, but now I completely lost it.
That's fine. Just keep this heading here. I'll help you out. Get there.
How's it? Oh, you know what? I just see it. Yep. Man, I wish there'd be an easier way to see it, you know?
Yep. GPS helps you out a lot.
Yeah.
VOR will help you out.
We're gonna descend. We're past Smoke Dome, correct?
We're right over top of it.
Oh, okay, well then.
Yep, I'm fine with descending though. At least at 2,500 feet.
Number 3 on a Seminole, about 10 o'clock, 3 miles on a downwind to base at 1,400.
727 will be looking. Understand we're number 3.
Says the 31 Golf, turn left at Delta, then contact ground 18.
I don't have other. Do you have other traffic?
No, but he should be faster than us. I think I see him, but I'm not going to call him yet.
Okay.
A Seminole is a twin, so he's going to be a good bit faster.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And Cessna 68727, I got negative and low traffic.
Roger, Seminole's turning about a 3-mile final now. New factor for you, runway 31 cleared to land.
All right, clear to land 31, I see him now, 727, number 2. I thought it was, wasn't sure if it was a plane or a car. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I think I had him at sight. Not a factor. So 3-1, where you got our clearance to land.
Yep.
So I'd start working on that before landing checklist while we still have time out here.
So descending a little bit. All right, before landing. Landing light as required. We never turned off the landing light.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind for maneuvering, keeping it on. It helps people see us.
Right. Mixture rich.
Yep, and as you look down, just remember to keep it looking up as well and make sure you don't just stare down the whole time.
Yeah, it's...
so it's kind of like dividing your attention.
Right.
Do maybe one task, then look up.
Right. Fuel valve on. Good. Start making a left turn here. Brake pressure, okay. Feels good to me. Seatbelt's good. And you just got landing clearance already.
Clear to land 3-1.
Yep. Yeah, I have to study some of the radio comms.
Yeah, if you listen to the audio we just did, it should help you out as well.
Yeah, that'll help.
Who you are, where you are, what you want to do. It's only the 3rd flight, so I really don't expect you to be doing them at this point anyway.
But, when do you recommend starting solos? I mean, is it just by per person basis? Like 15,
it's per person basis.
15 hours?
15 hours is about right. Depends. It's per person, really.
Right.
15 to 20 hours is about where we usually start doing it.
Yeah, you have to have 20 hours of instructed flight.
Of
right?
dual given, yep. So to get lined up, we can start heading a little bit right a while.
Right, so.
Yeah, this works for me.
Wow,
You do see the runway, right?
Yeah,
you see. You look like you do. So that's fine. You did the before landing checklist. Usually after we do that, we just say before landing checklist complete.
Okay.
That's really helpful if you have a 2-pilot crew that way.
Right.
And if you say something, it's easier for you to remember it. So if you're on a short final and you're like, all right, before landing checklist is complete, that's the same reason why we read back clearances. Helps us remember them. We're clear to land.
No, I kind of like the Skycatcher's joystick a little bit more.
You'll get used to it. This thing actually becomes easier because it's less touchy once you get the feel for it.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're getting lined up. We said track pedal elevation is 1,400, so we're almost there. You see the 4 lights there?
I do, yep.
Do you
looks like we're a little high, right?
I'm trying to decide. It looks like we're almost on it. I would keep this right here. It might look like 4 red, so maybe a little bit low.
Yeah, okay, so...
Tower,
there it is.
Link Tower, 193 for golf for midfield 31 for full stop.
All right, you can start slowing down and adding them flaps once you get in your flap speed.
Says 3-4 Golf, Roger. Can offer you a short approach or extended downwind company.
You got to slow down just a little bit more.
70 knots across the ground.
We'll take short approach for 3-4 Golf.
Roger, short approach approved and cleared to land. Winds 31019er.
And let's bring the carpet in as we do that.
We're clear to land with a short approach 31193 Golf.
This is 727 company's turning, making a short approach on the base leg now, 2 miles ahead. You're number 2 now, and you're still clear to land.
All right, 727, I got the traffic in sight. Shouldn't be too much of a factor. Clear to land 3-1. All right, let's add that other notch of flaps. We're still in our flap speed. Yep, just keep the power where it is. Yeah, right there's 20. All right, now you see the 2 red and the 2 white. So right now we should be doing about 70, which is where we're at, which is looking good. And because of this headwind, we're going to have to bump up that power soon. Otherwise, we'll go for red.
Yeah. Yeah, we're about to.
Yep. Transitioning. It's pink.
Come on.
Just like maybe you like your meat. I say that same joke all the time. 70.
Hey, if it works.
Looking good. Yep. Now start to get that nose heading back down again. So now we're pitching for airspeed, power for altitude.
Okay. So we're still, pitch for airspeed.
Yep.
There's a 3-4 Golf, turn left with Delta.
Let's pull that power out a little bit. You see that there's other lights turning white. So if you see we're getting high, pull the power back. If we see we're getting low, add power.
600 Whiskey Mike, set ready to go, hold short 26.
Now we usually like to go the last notch of flaps.
600 Whiskey Mike, Langs Tower, afternoon, hold short, traffic landing runway
So that's what we're going to be doing for landing.
Holding short.
So we usually pitch for 60, but let's do 65 because it's a little gusty today. So we're at 60 now, so pitch down a little bit more. You see we're getting a little slow, pitch down. Don't pull out that power, just pitch down.
I was trying to put in that power actually.
Yep, you're good. Yeah, that's probably the way you want to go. Yep. So just like slow flight, pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Looking real nice. You're nice and centered. Still getting a little slow, so pitch down if you need to add power. So if you need to trim it, you can trim it as well for what you need. What is really useful for me is if you just stare at the runway numbers 3-1, that's what we want to be aiming towards. You keep that at the same point in the windshield.
Yep.
If you see it's moving up on you, you got to add power, or I'm sorry, you got to pull out power. If the runway number's moving up the windshield, you have to pull out power. If it's moving down on you, you have to
pretty windy, huh?
increase power. Yep, it is. So we're moving a little bit to the left, so just get lined up. You're doing nice with it. A little slow, so pitch forward.
We're getting a little low.
No, this is perfect.
No? Okay.
Two white and two red. I wouldn't add any more power. Yep. The power's just a little bit higher than it usually is, just because all this added wind.
Yep.
A little bit more difficult to get there.
About 65 knots. Oh my gosh.
You're handling it well. I'll help you with the touchdown. Don't worry.
Yeah, please.
Yep. All right, now we're getting a little high, so now work out a little power. But it'll come down like an elevator because of the wind.
Yeah, I see that.
So be ready to put the power back in.
Yeah.
Not too much. I pull a little bit out. It's still all you.
All right.
Yep, so just keep heading towards the runway numbers there. Wind's coming right down the runway. Yep, airspeed's looking good. A little bit faster if you want it.
All right, I'll let you have the power.
Yeah, I get the power. You're still on the pitch.
Yep.
So we want to keep coming down towards those runway numbers.
Yep. Oh.
And now as we're coming about the height of a bus, we want to work that power out.
And start pitching.
We just want to level off at this point.
Okay.
And
ground effect.
Yep, ground effect. Now we want to pitch back. A little too much.
It's all right. We'll survive, right?
Perfect. Yeah, we touched down doing like maybe 10 knots.
Holy wind.
Yep, we'll go up to Delta and turn left.
Says 727, turn left with Delta, then contact ground 18.
Yeah, left on Delta over to ground 77.
Beach 0 Whiskey Mike, runway 3, correction, runway 26, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
That's not terrible.
26, runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, you did a really good job with it.
Even though high winds, it's really...
Especially down the runway, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So he's just going to make sure we turn left here, don't keep going.
All right.
Yeah, we can bump the power a little bit to get off the runway.
I keep trying to look in my rear view mirror. I'm like, all right, where are they at?
He's taking off the other runway. Okay. So he just doesn't want us to go through it. Yep, good job. Yep, good job. If anything, we want to put the aileron into the wind, which is coming from our right now. So we just got to taxi up past these hold short lines.
And we can stop, correct?
That's correct. We have to stop.
Yeah, okay.
And once we stop, you can work on that after landing stuff. So just slightly on the brakes, not too difficult. Yep. Just like that.
Okay, very good.
Our entire airplane's across. Yep. So if you do the after landing, I'll get our clearance.
After landing, clear runway, we are clear. Ground.
And ground Cessna 68727 on Delta off of 31 for aerotech.
Cessna 68727, thanks to ground, taxi to aerotech via Delta.
Zero aerotech V, taxiway Delta 77.
Unnecessary lights off.
And transponder, you can leave.
We're good.
Yep.
Okay.
And we got our clearance straight ahead on Delta. Yeah, great job. You really handled it well.
Thank you.
I went a little bit over an hour flight time, which is fine with me.
Whatever. Look at that jet. Man, that's nice.
Yeah, Honda jet, I think. Saw it on the ramp earlier.
I feel like I'm gonna be that guy on the taxiway that's going like 10 miles an hour, like super slow.
That's fine.
Few.
It's better than too fast. It's easier to get the bearings with it as well when you're going this slow. Just realize that this isn't going to do a whole lot for you.
Right.
So if anything, you just put it into the wind. But right now we have a headwind anyway. But I know it's a natural tendency. You think you're in a car. It's like, all right, left, right.
Yep. So now we peel off left here, correct?
Yeah, once we get down a little bit further. I might bump up the power just a tad.
All right, and we're going to start turning to the left.
Yep, next line we want to follow is that yellow one.
Now, do we want to go in the grass like so other people doing?
Yep, we're going to do some off-road.
Down there. Was this tied up here, or?
It was. Okay. It's really wherever you can find
so
room.
Just go straight here?
Yep, go straight here. So we just like to slow down and pull this the whole way back. Got to keep our nose off as much as possible. We don't like to use the brakes in the grass, so slow down now if you can. This is good. Yep, this is here. So let your feet off the brakes.
Good.
Bump up the power a little bit because all that extra resistance.
Yep.
More power.
Got a little divot on the left here.
Yep. Okay. And then we'll put it in here. So left. Yep, more power to get up the hill. More power, more power, more power, more power. We just don't want to get stuck, which it shouldn't. Yep, now pull the power out a little bit. We just line it up in the center here. We should be good on the wings.
Kilo Romeo, next round.
Yep, a little bit more power just to keep going, to get us on the pavement.
Keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Good job. There it is.
Centurion 11 Kilo Romeo, you can taxi Alpha, Delta, cross runway 31.
This is good with me.
Left on golf, hold short 26.
All right, very good. Shut down avionics off.
Cross 31,